What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan. I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have another deck profile for the BT23 format. This is our purple deck. This is our Dullahamon, our Ghost Trait Liberator deck. Deck that we've been really interested in since its conception in BT21 that we never got to play because there's so many other purple decks that we were interested in the other formats. But now this is what we're doing for the BT23 format with the new Dullahamon support for the deck. We've got some great cards for the deck and some really cool support. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about how we're playing this deck and how we're feeling about it. And it is a bit of a fun deck, although it is very consistent and really good. And the Liberator stuff just seems to get better and better and better. But anyways, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. So we're going to get into it right now. We'll start with the eggs. Of course, we're playing 4 Dullahamon, the Liberator version that has the on deletion, you may return 1 Digimon with the Ghost Trait from your trash to your hand. So this is going to get you a piece back when it dies so you can continue your plays. Very important. The new one's kind of cool as well, but it just makes more sense to run that one. Just because, like I said, it gets you those pieces back. Getting into our level 3s, we're playing 4 copies of Ghostmon from BT20. It's got an on deletion, gain 1 memory inheritable, and it's your on play reveal top 3, add 1 card with the Ghost Trait and 1 card with the Liberator Trait. So you can add tamers, 2 monsters. You usually always get 2 hits off this, and then you return the rest of the bottom of the deck. We're also playing 4 copies of the Ghostmon from BT21. And I apologize because I just realized I said that this stuff came out in BT21. It came out in BT20 is when we forgot the first Liberator Ghost stuff. So we have, again, on deletion, gain a memory. We also have your turn. When this Digimon Digivolve into a card with the Ghost Trait, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. Every Liberator deck has this reduced Digivolution level 3, and it's always really, really good. Especially with the new Warp guys, when you can go straight to 5 for 2 cost. Again, we play 3 copies of the new Ghostmon from BT23, which has the same on deletion, gain 1 memory. So you're always gaining a memory when your level 3 dies, which is really, really good. You also got on play, on deletion, 1 of your Digimon with the Ghost Trait gains blocker until your opponent's turn ends. So that's kind of cool as well. You get that potential when you play that out. You turn some of your bodies on the field into blockers, which is always good. So those are just the 11 rookies. That's what we're going with for right now. Getting into our level 4s. Play 4 of the BT23 Bakemon, again on deletion, gain a memory, inheritable. On play when Digivolving by deleting 1 of your Digimon, delete 1 of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. So it helps you deal with floodgates, stuff like that, and get them off the board. We play 3 copies of the BT20 Bakemon, again on deletion, inheritable, gain 1 memory. And then when Digivolving, if you have 1 or fewer tamers, you can play 1 of your Violet Inboots from your hand without paying the cost. This is your tamer player. 3 is a good number because you want to see it early enough that you get it, but you only really need 3. And then lastly, we pay 3 copies of the BT15 Bakemon, which is not a Liberator, but it is a Ghost. It has inheritable retaliation, and it has when Digital on deletion, draw 1, trash 1 card for your hand. So this is a deck where you do want to set stuff up in your trash. So being able to, when this dies or when it Digivolves, draw 1, trash 1 is actually really good. And like I said, it is a Ghost. It may not be a Liberator, but it is a Ghost, so it does, search off your guy, so that's always good. That's it for our level 4s, 10 level 4s. Getting into our level 5s, we're playing 3 copies of the Phantomon from BT20, which has on deletion inheritable. You may play 1 level 4 lower Digimon with the Ghost Trait from your trash without paying the cost. So this gets you bodies back when you use the execute ability, which is at the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack. At the end of that attack, delete this Digimon. Your opponent's unsuspended Digimon can also be attacked by this effect. So it basically gives you pseudo raid, lets you attack at the end of the turn, and then you basically kill your monster, and then you get your on deletion effects. It has the same on deletion for playing a level 4 ghost trait when it dies. So it's got the same ability in body and in inheritable. So you're always playing a level 4 off the death of this guy. So it's really, really good. And then we play 3 copies of the new Phantomon from BT23. It's got the same on deletion, inheritable, and on deletion ability to play that level 4 in its own ability. The only difference between this guy is it doesn't have the execute, but it has the hand/main ability. If you have Violet Inboots, by placing 1 Pokemon from your trash as any of your Ghostmon's Bomb Digivolution cards, it can Digivolve into this card for a Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring the Digivolution requirement. So this lets you warp from your level 3 to your level 5, and especially if you have the Ghostmon that reduces the Digivolution cost, you can warp for 2, which is always really good. And then you have your Pokemon inheritable, which will gain you a memory most of the time. 2 copies of Chimeramon, because you do play a lot of level 4s off of your Digivolution abilities, so you can easily DNA, swing, or go up into your Mega again for free. So any deck where you're playing lots of level 4s, this is really good because it can help you end games really easily. So you always want to play 2 copies at least in any deck that lets you do that DNA Digivolution. So that's really good. And then you can put like an inheritable, like a gain memory inheritable underneath it, or a Phantomon inheritable underneath it. So that's really cool as well. So again, that's it for our ultimates. And to our boss monsters, our level 6s, playing 3 copies of Necromon, the original boss monster for the deck, which has security +1 and execute. So you can attack at the end and then potentially do 2 checks. It has on play when Digivolve and delete one of your opposed Digimon with the lowest level, and on play on deletion, you may play a level 5 or lower Digimon card with the ghost trait from your trash without paying the cost. Both of those are not once per turn. So the sweet thing about that is basically you play a body and then you attack, execute end of turn. You kill him, do a couple checks, play out another body, hopefully gain memory and maintain turn, and then you can do it all over again. Because now you have like a couple level 5s on the board, especially if you had the Digi-Egg in there. You can add this back from the trash to your hand and go for more checks. So that's always good. We also play 3 copies of the new Dullahamon, the level 7, which Digivolves for cost 4. I mean, this guy Digivolves for cost 4, and this Digivolves for cost 4 as well on a level 6, but it also Digivolves for cost 6 on a Phantomon if you have Violet Inboots, so you can skip and go straight up. You also have Piercing, Security Attack +1, and Execute, so it's just a better version of Dullahamon that allows you to pierce those opponents' monsters. And then when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level. If this effect didn't delete, this Digimon gets plus 5,000 DP for the turn, so it goes up to 19, which is nuts. On deletion, you may play 1 level 6 or lower Digimon card with the ghost trait from your trash without paying the cost. So this guy can play your Necromon, which is kind of fun. And then, or you can play your level 5s or lower. But yeah, so Dullahamon, really, really good. Sometimes it's going to be even better than going into the Necromon, so that's why we decided we played 3 copies of each. We play 1 Rune Mode because this is a purple deck, and Rune Mode's so good, and being able to go in there and lock down the board minus 5,000 DP your opponent is super good, especially if you don't have a good instance where you want to go into this and you have the Necromon. It's just really good to be able to Rune Mode and then get that recovery and hatch and kind of set up for the next turn. So that's it for our Digimon. For our Tamers, we're playing 3 copies of the 3-cost Violet from BT20, which is if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory, start your main phase. When any of your ghost trait Digimon are deleted by suspending this Tamer, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the ghost trait in the hand for the digital cost reduced by 2. So this helps you go back up, reducing that cost after you execute. So really, really good. You reduce that cost too. We also play 3 copies of the new Violet from BT23, which is start your main phase. By returning this Tamer to the bottom of the deck, you may play a Violet Inboots from your hand without paying the cost. Then if you don't have a Digimon, you may play 1 Ghostmon from your trash without paying the cost. So it sets you up with a Ghostmon to potentially warp and go up and stuff like that. And it does get you your other Violets out, but it's actually a good card. So it's unless you have another copy or another couple copies on the board, you're not always going to want to use its start of your main phase ability unless you really want to get another one of those other Violets on the board, because it's your turn when any of your Digimon Digivolve into a Digimon with the ghost trait by suspending this Tamer. That Digimon gains Rush for the turn. So after you execute your first stack and you play like a level 5, you can then give that Rush so that you can use this to Digivolve up for a reduced cost and then go back into Necromon or go into Dullahamon and then execute again. So you want at least a copy, maybe 2 of this on board to help you extend those plays and potentially do more damage, potentially go for like an OTK. So definitely it's a good enough card that you're not always going to be using that start of main unless you have a spare copy and you want to get one of these out on board, because we're not playing the memory boost or the memory tamer Violet because this deck is really memory efficient and really Digivolution efficient. So kind of basically hoping that you don't have to do that. But we also do play 3 copies of Analog Youth because it puts monsters in your hands, monsters in the trash for being able to play out with your on deletions. And when you're going to be killing your level 5s or higher a lot of the time with Execute, so it gets you the ability to gain a memory and hatch, which is really good, especially because you're always going to be maintaining turn if you played things right. So 3 copies of that's really good, and that kind of helps you with your mill engine really for the deck. That's it for our Tamers. Lastly, we're playing a couple options. We're playing 3 copies of Soul Banquet, Unique Emblem. Main, cost of 3. You may play 1 Ghostmon or Violet Inboots from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Then place this card in the battle area. So it gets you, you play a Violet. Sometimes it's just good to play this and play a Violet because your Violets are 3 cost anyways. And it's hand or trash. So if you trash a Violet with like an Analog Youth, you can replay it, which is always good. And then when any of your Violet Inboots suspend, delay one of your Digimon with the Ghost trait, may Digivolve into a Digimon with the Ghost and Liberator trait in the hand with the digital cost reduced by 1. So say you got your Phantomon, you can go into Necromon for 1, or you can go into Dullahamon for 3. Or if you're already at Necromon, you can go into Dullahamon for 1. So you got so many different options with this, and it's really, really good. And then you activate its security main effect off security, so that's always good. And then lastly, we play 2 copies of Wisdom Training because trainings are always nice, reducing that Digivolution cost for your initial stack. When you're going up there, depending it be your Phantomon or your level 4 or even your level 6, and it searches you out pieces, which is always good. It gets you a Tamer or gets just a purple card, so it gets you anything. So that is the deck, guys. That's how we're feeling about this variant. We really like Dullahamon. It's really cool. Combos really well. It's got some crazy things you can do with it. Chimeramon as well is really, really nice. And and you got all the nice cool ghosts here. I do think it would be nice if the level 4s were just a little bit better, but I think we got a pretty solid level 4 lineup now, and pretty solid for a lot of the deck, and it's a lot faster and a lot more consistent than it was, and some some interesting plays too, especially with once you got some violets on the board, what you can do and how much damage you can do in one turn, honestly. But let me know your guys' thoughts about the deck. Are you excited about Ghost Trait? Do you think it's going to get even more cool support? And how do you feel about the deck as it is right now? But it looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. That's all for now, folks.